There's a amazing statistic that came from a recent working paper, I think by Smura and others, finding that in India, I think it's something like the mean or median woman spends less than an hour, maybe 30 minutes a day away from home. And so, that really does point to these cultural factors where you'd expect that if it were about uh, hey, we're just specializing in home production, or you have a lot of freedom, you would expect it to be different. But if it's actually about stigma, and maybe it's not viewed as positive to be spending a lot of time out and about, that's sort of what you would get from that model. And so, yeah, I think culture is very sticky, right? Culture is hard to change. It takes a long time to change, and yeah.
I mean, but what I don't understand, again, like I said, this is a confusion to me as well. Is that, like you mentioned earlier, right? India's per capita income is about $3,500, $3,000, $3,500. That is the average per capita income. So if you look at, but if you look at the bottom, I don't know, 50% of the households in India, that number would be even lower, right? Maybe $1,000, $1,500, etc. So at that level, I would assume that you would be ready to sacrifice any cultural stigma, etc., to put food on the table, right? Or to move up in social mobility. So that's the aspect I'm completely confused about. So yeah, again, it's
Yeah.
an unknown.
Also, at that level of income, as far as I'm aware, women are participating in productive activity. It just might be non-market, might not be recorded, right? They're doing childcare, they're taking care of the house. There's a lot of labor-intensive tasks required there at that level of income, particularly in rural areas. So, yeah, I don't think it's the case that women in rural India are sitting on their phones doing nothing any more than the men are. I think they're probably doing many things that are valuable for their families. It's just not the type of productive market work that might get recorded.